The parasite per se, the parasite. Some say inaccurate custodians should be limited to that nomenclature. I don't know. Why can't we send a message to the celestial lands? How do we trust that message? I mean, who else? Okay, I didn't know. Like, I only unsubscribed for like 4 weeks. I thought, and I missed Jim's more 3 months ago. It's like we got a message from celestial lands. Wow. Yeah, I like to talk like this stuff. Just wait. Look, I got Superwood is here. Yeah, that's what she says. Or no, that she's no. That's wrong. That's it. See, yeah. No, never mind. Uh, and then there's my buddy. See, within the Metatronic overlay, Norm, your your energy in some form is still here. And like, when I just never thought like, are we time traveling like through Black Mirrors? Like, I mean, except for the ads, you're time dilating. I mean, you're experiencing. You're only. I mean, besides what's around you, like through the mirror, you're time traveling. You're everything you see happened in 1998, or or it was released. It happened. Okay, so by 1980, and uh, I don't know. It's just I'm just I don't know. If time is just compression, affirmative. If time is just us compressed, 'cause that's what Devlon Maggi is saying, and or Hermes and Thal, that it's all us. And through the Metatronic overlay, it's compressed into angles. Okay? Not angels, angles. Are there angels? I don't know, but you know, we also have to deal with the angles. That's why there are no numbers. They're just angles and curves. Okay? It's a confinement that we did not know. We didn't know sacred geometry was confining infiniteness. They say infinite consciousness, but infiniteness is confined through what we are calling sacred. We're calling cycles sacred. So the indigenous should not be offended, because I just now realized this. I'm doing this like, you can't be offended because we're calling the geometry, which y'all, I mean, itself not sacred whatsoever. So there's no reason to consider loop sacred cycles, okay? As another indigenous culture has told us, the moon just arrived one day. Yeah. So, who should be the representative? There's things we're not talking about. We're not talking about the blacks, okay. Inner Earth. Okay, if you're going to talk about inner Earth and not talk about the black sun, with all these religions, Abrahamic women-hating religions, oh, they really had this impact, and like that's what I don't get. Like, y'all got to accept that God is a male-only term. It's not a replacement for source, water, the all. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying it's not replaceable for what y'all are, or create. It's not replaceable for that. It is male only. So there's a reason why the realm is obsessed with that term. Okay, it doesn't have to be, because it requires a physical being that is very tall. The accurate translation is tall guys. That's what, and even Kurumatwa would, there's history to verify this. What the scriptures see, the translation of scriptures is tall guys. It's only plural, only singular twice. I don't know why. And like David I told us that so long ago. And it's like, and Peter Wantwa says, yeah, that they called them the gods. Like even the Greys, that's a god. You eat a piece of the god. I'm saying the gods were physical. They were reptilians. In Africa, the gods were reptilians. In the scriptures, the gods are reptilians. It's not rocket science. Okay? And we're going to have to grow up, put on our big boys and girl pants on, and move on. Okay? What I'm saying is, we get these 2-verse Charlies. We grow up in 12 years of Baptist schools thinking we're like going to be with an essence, with a spirit. And it's like, well, you should tell me about the reptilians before I read the Old Testament. you know, I was caught before the horse. Like I didn't know what to look for. I had to look, in retrospect and remember, like, oh, okay. So it's not that complicated. Okay, talking to physical entities, tall guys, reptilians and Sasquatch. Reptilians are definitely one of the tall guys. Okay, Egypt, we got the pharaohs. We have the mummy that's a reptilian. It's a mummified reptilian pharaoh, and like we still not get like. Remember, we're still trying to like pharaohs, and people claiming Turtle Island up here, the Americas, because of pyramids here. As Claudio Chile, that's why we appreciate that. He's making that very clear. It's like, no, pyramids mean colonized. Okay? Because the pyramids is what initiates the human resets. That's why they're on the artificial ley lines of the Metatronic overlay. And that's what I'm asking the Celestial Lance. And here we incarnated legally, and we know, and we just get little bits and pieces. Like, this is our last incarnation, and we came together this time. And so many of these myths are like that. It's like they're incomplete. Like, you just get that. And like TikTok was TikTok was completely different with like these short little things that like seem to be meant just for you. Like, I used to laugh about my ex's sister doing a cat in a bag for burning a cat in a bag. Like, she kept mentioning, like, I had no idea it was voodoo. And like one day on TikTok, these girls came on and said, "Hey, ever just mentioned that process and that only, and got the fuck off." I have no idea what her following was or nothing, but just that little piece of information, like, oh, we've been giggling at voodoo. That's what we was giggling. Wow. No, I don't giggle at voodoo. I mean, you mention a baby to a liquid and drinking it and to win an election because the baby was the firstborn. Oh my, something's wrong with the realm where that works. That sounds like decay. That sounds like a fallen reality. Okay? When shit like that works, that's a fallen reality. Okay? Just like, this is the now, think in the now, solve in the now. This is the now. Deal with the mofo now. And this is the bottom line. And this is one of the main ones. Like, and also, selection. I don't care. We don't see. The thing is, if you care, we don't care if we're one of the five masters. We don't give a rat's. That's what the fuck we are. Our memory is erased, and we don't know the mission, so we don't know what the fuck we are, and we have to keep groveling around. Okay, groveling around and waiting, groveling and waiting. We know what it has to be. Okay, so I don't know what y'all doing out there. And I'm not trying to make a big deal of the water, because water, like air is thin water, and that was the first. Like, also, water isn't just water. Water is varying densities. Therefore, everything could be a state of water. And everything's a state of water. You can't go around polluting. That's what the indigenous claim would be true. Water is life. Well, it certainly is in this density. Water doesn't decay. We're in cycles of decaying carbon, but water does nothing. Nothing fucks with water. Water, it's like, oh, it just, you might contribute, but don't talk nothing. I'm saying, it doesn't decay. Okay, is this the correct density? And no, you don't. You don't require for existence. That's the thing about at least these religions. We're going to be in it. This is very short term here, whatever the fuck it is, and eternity is spirit or whatever, essence. So we're not worried about this goddamn density too much. That's what we know. That's one thing about here. So I don't know, like, this war that we got to have with the Anunnaki reptilians and custodians. Maybe not. Maybe. I mean, the indigenous have prophecies that there's going to be a flash and everything's going to reset. And that would, I'm saying, 7-5 prophecy, like this, it's, and others have known, like even the guy in England and Melissa Arson in London, England, like this is it's an organic, inorganic decision. Whatever else people think is going on, it's like it's like the narcissist empath thing. It's like, it's not really demon angel, it's narcissist empath. It might be, and it's like organic, inorganic. Okay. That's the bottom line of what's going on in all things. And and we're not being duped into calling all this fucking shit. Y'all, I mean, y'all call technology, okay? Because like, for how long? Your eternity is supposed to be in spirit form, right? Or at least etheric. And that's saying, well, we didn't know the human's etheric being. Just at the lowest stage of development, and so it's like opposite of their narrative. Okay, so I don't know. So Celestians, can like I didn't know we had direct messages from the Celestians coming here. Is that the goal? I mean, we return to wherever we return. Does it really matter? I mean, meaning like, don't we just return where we return? Why or what? I mean, isn't our focus okay? So two options. The ninjas say this place swallows us up or does something if we don't stop attacking it, basically, and maybe each other, or a combination. They say this place is conscious, even though whether it's ball or flat, they I think they all like claim the same thing, that this place is actually conscious, and it was found to be breathing under what we call Ohio. Now you have to imagine it was one of those little short things on TikTok, and this man wasn't lying. It just they said it and got the fuck off. And it's like, that fits what Russell Means was saying, that, what I'm saying, you can't have class without a classroom. All this Dolores Cannon nonsense is this classroom, and you keep it's over. God no. The indigenous know the construct will only take so much, and then it resets, as in the days of Noah. As in the days of Noah. That doesn't mean you serve the Black Cube Yahweh supercomputer. It's like everyone was. No one caught that about Jesus. Jesus didn't give a rat's ass about your business. That's funny. He was making, like even the Roman narrative. They knew what they knew what they had in places. We played a dirge. You didn't mourn. We play happy song and you don't dance, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he makes a point, like the birds there don't storm barns, all that kind of shit. Also, you know what I'm saying? So, just. If they erase our damn memories, how are we supposed to do anything without our twin soul, divine feminine, if you are in this realm?